I just gave like a 20-minute tutorial about going live, and I wasn't even live. Oh boy. All right. So let me see if I can redo this. All right. So we're gonna talk about dating, right? Dating with inside your realm. Dating inside what is your lane. See, a lot of men and women talk about this. Some are very delusional. A lot of men are very delusional as far as what they want, desire, and deserve. A lot of women are delusional as far as what they want, desire, and deserve. A lot of men want a woman who has traditional values, who is nurturing, who is loving, who is kind and considerate. But you've never dealt with anybody in your past or anybody in your history as life as far as dating in your life that can equate to that. Ladies, a lot of y'all want basically y'all want a millionaire. You want a man that's going to take care of you that makes thousands and thousands of dollars a day. Um, and is like a small percentage of a person, but you want him to want you, and you don't really have nothing to offer besides use beat up pussy or some other niggas' kids. I don't see how that is common sense if you ask me. As far as, oh well, he should choose me because I'm pretty, because I'm sexy. Keep in mind, a lot of y'all are attracted because you wear a lot of makeup and use a lot of filters and edits. But in real life, a lot of y'all don't look like your pictures. Now, this ain't about just bashing the women. This is about also too accountability and the self-awareness that a lot of us do not have. Um, Men want something that doesn't seem to be apparent to what they're used to dealing with or equates to them or actually is within the lane of which they should be searching in. A lot of women want somebody, basically you want a Superman, but all y'all want the same dude. Keep in mind, what y'all wanting is a very small percentage inside the global spectrum of things, but all y'all seem to want the same type, and you expect him to like you. Why? Let's do it statistically. Ladies, you want a man that is over 6 foot, right? So we're going to start with the percentages. Not necessarily over 6 foot, but you want a man that's tall because you want to feel safe. You want to feel secure. You want to feel sexy. You want a man to make 6 figures a year. You want him to be fit or in shape or attractive or appealing. You want him to be, good with his hands, but loving and gentle. You want him to be aggressive, but not too strong, but strong enough. You want him to be sensitive, but you don't want him to be a bitch. You want all this stuff. Keep in mind, like the narrowing of the percentage for that to actually happen is very small. But here's the key factor. If this man is so awesome and so great and so this and so that and so desirable and so pleasurable, why would he choose you to be with? Because you're nice, because you're kind, because you're considerate, because you dealt with some shit from another dude that he should have to endure too, that you probably haven't completely healed from? It's insanity if you ask me. Nobody want to deal with that. Also too, fellas, you want a woman who basically hasn't been touched. You want a woman who basically, has all her stuff together, who's going to be accountable, who can communicate well, who isn't going to lie, who can make up her mind, who's going to be sexy, who has no kids, who has a nice body, who doesn't use makeup. Granted, there might be a small percentage that do, but trust and believe, you're not going to be the only one that's going to be sniffing after her coattails and wants her. You got to fight through it. But also, too, look at yourself. Are you equivalent to what you're asking for? Some of us are not. We are not equivalent to that, but we are desiring that. I don't get it. Well, actually, I do get it. We might use filters and edits to fool people on the internet to show something that we think we are, but we can't fool God on trying to be something that we're not. A lot of y'all use filters and edits because you want to show the world what you think you should look like. But you take all that off and turn that off, you do not look like that. You want to be blessed off of what you look like and what your memes say and your posts say. That's not who you are. You ain't gonna get no kudos for showing somebody something that you're not. You're gonna get exactly what you deserve from whatever work that you put in. If you out here and you a scumbag, whether it be a man or a woman, you're not gonna get blessed with good stuff. Why should you? You're gonna get exactly what you fucking deserve. Men and women. This ain't one-sided. Some men are delusional as fuck. A lot of women are delusional as fuck. But all y'all need to exist together to coincide to get what you want. Relationships and marriages is probably not in the best suit for men nowadays because everything seems transactional. So it doesn't really seem beneficial because a lot of women are getting married and don't even know why they get married and they still want to act like they're single, or they get married it's because their girlfriends get married because their friends get married. They don't want to look like hoes. So tell me, what's the benefit of us saying, hey, I want to marry you if we're going to choose you? Because you can cook. We've been cooking before you. Because you can clean. We've been cleaning before you. We've been taking care of ourselves. We've been nurturing ourselves. We've been doing this. We've been doing that. And if we're the hot commodity, why would we choose you? That's what we were trying to understand. Nothing wrong with the constitutions of marriage. Nothing wrong with it at all. But however, why would we choose you over somebody who has all those qualities versus somebody who just has a fat ass and a pretty face on the Instagram or on the internet or on TikTok? You got plenty of beautiful women out here right now. You can look outside in different countries. They are absolutely stunning, physically fit, and great health, great bodies, great mindsets, traditional values, can respect the hell out of you, can uplift you, encourage you, versus you got women over here who act like you ain't shit. And we should settle on you because you think you're a great person. Your own kids don't even like you. That's like giving a job to somebody who works in the Fortune 500 company to somebody out there on the street who has no experience. But tell him, go ahead, here you go. Hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Good luck. He don't even know what the hell he's doing. It's not going to work. Not going to work. Y'all need to be honest with yourself as far as with dating. Like, exactly what do you want? A lot of people don't even know what you want. I was in the dating world before. A lot of y'all had no clue what you wanted. So I led with what I wanted. And just hope that you fit into that mold. Some of y'all did for a little bit. Some of y'all didn't. Some of y'all like it, some of y'all don't. But it's like, it's not my fault you come in, don't know what the hell you want. I knew what I wanted. And I got what I wanted. Now, a lot of y'all too also don't really know even how to date. You don't even know what to do. Your first thing of a date is go to an expensive restaurant. No. A date is getting to know somebody of the opposite sex that you are attracted to and that is attracted to you, and you see if y'all have any chemistry, any cohesion, and compatibility. If you don't, then you thank them for their time and then you move on. That does not require you spending a couple $100s to know that. You can go out and have a cup of coffee or tea or a small drink or whatever the case may be and ask simple questions of interest to responsible people who might share that same value, viewpoint, and idea. It's not that hard. It really isn't. It's not that challenging, but we make it very difficult. The difficulty is our mindsets. We're not changing our mindsets to what is the reality. We're keeping them to what our expectations are, but not what the reality is. That's what's fucking us up. A lot of women go out here, they think because they dealt with Tyrone, who wasn't shit for 15 years, he done abused her and beat her up mentally and physically and emotionally and spiritually, but she's a great woman. So she's like, I've been a good woman to Tyrone. I deserve a good man. Okay. Why? Because you didn't have enough sense to leave Tyrone after year 15 or after year 10, after 3 kids later, mentally abused, traumatized, destroyed. Now all of a sudden now you deserve a great man to replace that so you can fuck him up? Absolutely not. That's not going to work. Not going to work. And with men, you know, a lot of men I don't agree with this, but a lot of men, they say they want a woman that reminds them of their mother. I fucking don't want that. So I don't know where that came up or whoever thought of that. My mom was not the person I would emulate or want to have a female pattern after. No, I didn't have that type of scenario for that to be applicable for me. So scratch that. I want my woman to be fit, fine, funny, feminine, kind, considerate, open-minded, unconditional, loving, you know, and warm, embracing, encouraging, and uplifting. That's very fucking simple, and that shit costs you no money. That's just a part of your personality and your aura. Your energy can be inviting. I don't want somebody who's obnoxious, unruly, fat, slob, out of control, a baby factory, unruly, can't speak, not submissive, don't want to cooperate. Don't nobody want that. Nah, you can have that. I don't give a damn how sexy you think you are. That's just a turn off physically. Yeah, and if you want to be disused physically, then you're going to be a fuck buddy you will become. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. If guys play the cards right, chances are, if you're a hot commodity of a type of guy, you can have any woman that you want. You may not necessarily have her at the capacity you think you can, but you can have any woman that you want. Trust me. You ain't got to settle for what they tell you need. Just let them know, like, no, sweetheart, this ain't going to be like that. This is what I want. Are you either in or you out? Ultimately, in conclusion, we all delusional. This system is not getting any better. Dating is getting worse, if you haven't noticed. Everything is transactional. Everything is visual. You got to be visually appealing. If a man asks you about your weight and about you wearing makeup and all that other kind of fake stuff, you want to know who you are underneath all that mask that you're wearing. Because wearing makeup, a lot of y'all don't look the same with the makeup on, with filters, than you do with them off. Let's be honest. Because if you did, you wouldn't wear so much of it and you wouldn't use it all the time. Let's just be honest. And there's certain things with guys they can't change. The guy can't change his height. He can't. If a guy is 5'5" and you want him to be 6 foot, it doesn't work like that, right? But what can change? Women, you can change your weight. If you're 200 pounds and you 5'2", that's obese, right? You can lose 100 pounds and be 5'2" and be 100 pounds. Yeah, you can do that, but it's all about your good health. So certain things you can change. You got to look at what can be changed. You can change not wearing makeup. You can change not being overweight. Guy can't change his height. He can change his income. He can probably change his resources and his behaviors, but he can't change his height. So we're expecting certain things from certain people that we know we can't necessarily get, and then we're disappointed when the reality and truth hits, which to me just seems very insane. So good luck. Let's be realistic. Stop being fucking delusional, and let's grow up, yo.